Good evening, everybody. Sorry, guys, I got my dead camera today.
What happened to the other thing?
I don't even know. I need to sort that out soon. But got my dead camera today. What's going on, people? Just added frost to the thing. Hope everyone's well. A Monday, another week. Tell me what's going on, fellas. Actually, first of all, who set the levels today? Please introduce yourself, sir.
Myself, my name is Rick Frost. He's a director from London, born and bred. Yeah, man.
That's it.
That's it,
That
man.
is it. That's it. Cool. As always, we got Mason in the house.
I'm here just about.
Just about. How come just about? It's been a hard weekend.
It's been a hard weekend. It's been a hard
It's been a
weekend.
hard weekend, man.
It's been a hard weekend.
But
And then Monday just slaps you in the face, bro. It's just one of them things, isn't it?
boom, tiger uppercut. That's what it hits you with, man. Them tigers.
So,
That's Sagat moves. Anyways,
gave me the get over here from Scorpion, bro.
hey, do you know what? Talking about cinematics, have you seen the new Mortal Kombat trailer though?
Jeez.
Ross, have you seen it?
I watched it a couple times still.
Bruv, the new Mortal Kombat trailer is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Swear down.
It's
When's it
actually
coming out?
so mad. I think summer.
Yeah.
I think summer. But it is
So-
whoa. Talk again, you're cinematics guy, so boy, that'll be right. It's actually mad. The CGI.
Grand.
Pardon?
Is it crazy, yeah?
Bruv, honestly it's different. Like they waited a while to bring out one which is proper, and this one was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Scorpion, Jax, Sub-Zero, what's the name? Liu Kang, all of them people them up in there. But yeah.
Man. Kong Lao's in there as well.
Exactly. Anyways, we're going all nerdy on these guys, man, before we drop into Dragon Ball Z and that. But anyway, Frost, what's going on, pal? What you been up to these days, man?
Bro, I've just been just loving life, to be honest with you, man. I've been loving Corona.
Yeah? How come?
Because it's for me to really discover and tap into parts of my brain that I never knew even existed. You know what I'm saying? Just really just homing on certain creative abilities and like even like just health wise as well. Like it's really just give me a chance to just really tap into myself like on a health perspective as well, man. So I've been good, man. I've been just loving life, to be fair.
No, I see it. I mean, your health kick was mad. Early last year.
Yeah.
Was real mad. And you've always been that kind of cerebral guy. From when I met you back in 2018.
Yeah.
When I bumped into you in Ibiza with Mist.
Yes.
With Mist and them people them. And like I remember I clocked you. I was just like, "Raw, this guy's style's different," because you was rocking some guns which are like all your own.
Yeah. I make a majority of my clothes. I don't wear no designer stuff and stuff like that. Typically, I believe if you have a vision, just create. And I think it's with myself. It started off with my footwear. To be fair, I've always got a big foot. It's a problem for me to get footwear. So I started dabbling in making my own footwear. This is time and time ago, and I just like the idea of just creating like my own unique kind of stuff, and I just went on to making clothes. And yeah, man, I just like to make and create like my own little drops as and when I can, man. So yeah, man.
No, it makes sense. Do you know what's so refreshing as well? Most people have been like, Corona's been tough and this, that, the other. I mean, I've come from my train of thought is similar to yours, where it's like, okay, cool. It's allowed us to pause a little bit and think about what we can do outside of our comfort zones. And so it's refreshing to actually hear somebody come on and actually say them things there, because
100%, man.
it is.
Like I think if you use this pandemic as a real opportunity to find yourself and better yourself, then all like kudos to yourself, man. A lot of people have been literally just sitting down, just waiting for time to just pass, and that's just the worst thing you could do, man. Like there's so much that can be done and should have been done throughout this time, man. So Yeah, man. Like I think it was necessary, it was needed, and like I said, I'm thankful for it. Definitely.
What kind of things have you discovered about yourself?
So like the first thing would have been it's in regards to my health. Like I've never been like unhealthy, but there's always been things that I knew that I could have tuned and fine tweaked.
Mm.
So I feel like
Okay.
I used to be one of the people that used to make the excuse in regards to dying to come up for next year I was living
Yeah.
too long. Like obviously when the first lockdown hit and everything was locked off, I'm just finding all I can do is sit down in my house. I'm like, nah, do you know what? Let me just use this as a real opportunity now to try and better myself. So I started getting really strict on what I was eating, and I just went mad like with the training. At first, I challenged myself to like do 200 press-ups a day. Then I upped it to 400 press-ups a day. Then I
Flipping
upped it
hell.
to 800 press-ups a day. And literally, like it's a mindset thing. Like you telling yourself that you can do it, fight
Mm.
against all odds. Like for me, that was refreshing because I was always just challenging myself. There's nobody else in there. There's nobody else in the four walls other than yourself to challenge. So for me, it's
True.
always me just trying to just push myself to the limit and just trying to just be the best version of myself. So that was definitely like the first thing that I thought was I pulled from this whole lockdown. Um, then I'd say like just the ability to organize myself a bit better as well,
Mm.
like my time as well. Like I've always been a person that's had many things on the go, um, and it gave me an opportunity to really strip back all the layers and concentrate and focus on things that I really, really wanted to do more so for myself,
Mm.
and execute those to an even higher level. So from like I'd say like yeah, organizing my time, structuring my time, my health, um, and and probably like family as well. Like being able to spend more quality time with my family and realizing that you know what tomorrow is really not promised to anyone, man. And
100%.
you have to definitely value the people like are close to you and like try and nurture those relationships with your loved ones a lot more so than you may necessarily do. You might necessarily do on like a uh normal week, man. Like me, being a person that travels all the time as well. Like I was never really like was always in and around my family, but I was
Mm.
never. You know
Permanent
what I mean?
fixture. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I would say the main things I pulled from this whole Corona thing.
No, that's dope. As I said, it's all about trying to seize that moment, and I think a lot of people have missed that boat, unfortunately. But hey, you never know what's gonna happen further down in life, and I
Mm,
just hope that everybody just pulls through and everybody just comes out,
definitely.
everybody comes out safe and sound, and then everybody just moves. Because again, London's back to normal for me. Hopping on the train was all ramo. It's not nice. It's not nice. Like
You realize that,
I
yeah?
was under somebody's armpit, bruv. It wasn't a joke, bruv. When that happens, you know it's real. It's back. But what's it called? Anyways, how did you even get started in what you do now? Because as I said, when I met you, I was just like, raw, this guy is filming for one of the hottest artists in the UK right now. And where was it? It was Ushuaia first. It was
Ashwara.
Ushuaia first. Huh?
Ashwara. Was it what? Say
Yeah.
again?
I say
Ashwara.
Ushuaia. Is it Ushuaia or Ushuaia? I say
Ash,
Ushuaia.
Ashwara. Yeah, something like that.
And that was on Tiny's bill, where it was Miss Still
Oh
Bangles.
yeah.
That's when I was like, raw, how does this guy even get into this? Because you're doing that proper backstage footage. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, so this is the type of guys who are behind this creating all this madness. How do you even get into like what you do? Like, start from the top.
Um. Obviously, I've been filming and like working in the music industry for years now.
Mm,
So like I built up like certain relationships with various different like artists and managers and producers and like where I've been in for so long, I've kept like very good relationships with the people I work with as well. It just allowed me to just like float and navigate myself like through the industry and just like filter into little pockets that I suppose
mm,
some people might not necessarily get access to. But like yeah, I'm like I said, where I'm a creative, I just try to align with the right people, the right people, the right artists, the right teams of people as well, and just make sure that I'm trying to give them the best um creative experience as well. Like, cause people like with people like Miss, for example, that's my little bro, man. So more time, like when he does things abroad, especially back in the day, like I'd be like there on deck, like
Mm.
capturing footage and so much footage of in my back backlog of content. So yeah, man, it's just from like having like good relations with people, man, and just like trying to give them like a different perspective, a different take on like some of the things that they do like behind the scenes. So yeah, man.
Do you think a lot of people get like a misconception about what artists actually do from what you've seen behind the scenes? Like some people think artists just live a reckless life. I'm not even lying. Some people genuinely think that. Some artists do. Some artists do.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of them do.
Oh, right. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but no, but the truth is, there's a lot of work and a lot of hard work that goes into just being an artist, a musician. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of studio time. Like really sleep. I might sleep like maybe 3 or 4 hours and night, and
And that's
my
you.
brain is always so active, just up wanting to just do more, just create some new weird and you know what I'm saying? So and it's the same with like a proper a musician or an artist. I think everybody in the creative industry is just a bit tapped.
They don't sleep. Yeah, I think you have to be a little bit tapped because the drive is insane. Is insane. I think again, I'll always revert back to that, and I think me and Mason spoke about it a couple of shows ago.
Yeah,
Um, when we were talking to Kieran, and I was saying like when as a DJ, like when's been the happiest time? That year was a madness for me, and I didn't do anything half as much as probably what you and Mist and Still Bangles do. Like I just went from Barcelona for a stag do, flew straight to Ibiza for a week, and I was fried. And that's just two flights, and that's just two flights in DJing every day. You got people who will go from country to country
yeah,
performing this, that, the other. So there must be some kind of you must be tapped, as you said, to some level to be able to pursue that. And it's not
yeah,
an easy kind of route, I guess.
definitely.
I guess to stardom, and so many people try and chase it. I mean, have you got any questions, Mason? Because
No,
I
I
was
was just
going to
saying.
ask another one.
I think a lot of people they want to chase it, but I don't think they really realize what it takes to get there and what it is when you actually get there.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, when they realize, especially artists and stuff, when they realize what it is that they need to do, I think that's when they think, shit, it's not gonna be for me. You get me? Like, it's not a 9 to 5. You don't get the breaks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the
no,
same thing. Like, and you do get burnt out. And I don't even do it like that level. Like I do, like I said to you in that show that we did. I was doing what Thursday and maybe Wednesday
Mm,
to Sunday or something,
mm.
and I was done.
Just frazzled,
I
bruv.
was done. At one point, I felt like I feel like I was like, what's that word I'm looking for?
Or
When you
zombie.
when you take like mushrooms and that, I felt like I was
Oh, you
hallucinating.
hallucinated.
Yeah,
It was fully buzzed.
and that was obviously from lack of sleep. I felt like I was hallucinating.
mm,
It was wild, bruv. Like, I'm thinking like there's artists out there that are sleeping half hour, then looking mad on the show on stage, and yeah, it's crazy. People don't really know what they're getting into, and then they assume that it's just this dream life. It's a dream life if you know what you're getting into, innit?
definitely. Like it's a lot of hard work and it's diligence as well. Like it's not for the faint-hearted at all. And if you're in it for the wrong reasons as well, you'll quickly drop out
Mm.
because like you have to be cut from a different cloth definitely to even survive in the industry because like I said it's long ass hours that people are working just to maintain and like sometimes there's a lot of people that will spend like years upon end just scraping the asses off in the industry, and they're only just now even making like the steps, the noise that they want to be making. Essentially. So, like I said, it's a long and treacherous road, man.
I can only imagine. Like I don't want it. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna hopefully be asking them questions as hopefully this channel and platform grows, innit? That's what I want to be doing and seeing what their rocky roads was. But
Yeah.
as I said, it's not for the faint-hearted. But I was listening to somebody, I forgot his name, some American guy. He said there's a difference between music business and music industry. Now I'm going to ask you about the music industry. What kind of things have you seen in the music industry which have kind of like thought maybe this is why people do the things that they do? Or maybe if you've come across, like, don't name any names, if you've seen any artists that like do bare drugs because you can understand the pressures of what they're going through.
Mm. Um. Wow. So you're asking what instances?
Yeah, or just like what is your version of the music industry? Like when somebody says the music industry, what do you tell them it's about? Because I think a lot of people get confused as what the music industry is and what music business is, because
Yeah.
they are different.
The music industry is the music industry is, I'd say, somewhat uh, a collective
Mm,
in some respect, because well, there's different pockets of the music industry as well. Yeah, there's like the urban music industry, there's
mm.
the mainstream music industry, then there's like the grime. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like there's
Yeah,
different
yeah,
pockets here, but
different facets
obviously
of it.
they definitely all interlinked in some formats. But there's as far as the music industry is concerned, I'd say that it's it's definitely about people just having fun, um, experimenting.
Mm.
Um, but again, like at the same time, it's still about like there's a lot of graft that goes on. I've seen a lot of stuff, man. Like I've seen people popping their faces on drugs. I've
Yeah.
seen people falling around after falls.
Bloody hell! Oh, he's just got muted.
Hear me?
Oh, you just muted a little bit. What did you just say?
I've seen like fights kicking off in like
Mm.
FIFA after events. I've seen it all, man. I've seen all kinds of weird stuff, man.
I
So
can, as I said, I can only imagine, but because I'm trying to understand more about the music industry. Although I'm not in it, I'm just trying to understand more about how it works. And you said something very interesting.
mm,
You said it's it's like almost you're saying like there's almost like cliques involved. There's different facets. But
yeah,
who do you think, especially in the UK, like where's do you think there's certain people who pull the strings all the time from what you've experienced, or do you literally
um,
just think all the waves that's coming now, because obviously urban music, as to say, is literally just making a sweep across the board.
yeah,
Like we've got great indie artists. I listen to various music. We've got great indie artists, but nobody even paying them any attention. Everybody wants to hear Stormzy. Everybody wants to hear Mist. Everybody hears Still Bangles. Everybody wants to hear these guys.
yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, do you think there's people pulling the strings in that? Although the youth dictate it, I get it, but there's
Mm.
still so much other music out there. Why do you think it's like this?
Um, yeah. In the different pockets, there's different people that are
Yeah, the puppet
on it,
masters.
100%. Um, and I suppose depending on what pocket that you fall in
Mm,
and who you know, then it definitely makes it a lot easier for you to navigate your way, like in these different pockets as well. You know what I'm saying to
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you? It's definitely a lot about who you know, yeah, and about your talent. Definitely about your talent. are more so about who you know, 100%. And yeah, like I wouldn't say it makes it hard for for new artists. Do you know what it is? Yeah, you can't deny good music. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I've always
undeniable.
thought that. You can't deny good music. So if you got a good song and you're in like the right click again,
Mm.
yeah, then it's easiest like it's an easy win. But yeah, man, like I know like that's a good question that you've been asking, to be fair.
Simply because again, it's just one of those things that just come across my mind every time. So I'm on the outside trying to look in, and you've been in, as to say, to some degree with what you do. So it's just interesting trying to get to know that aspect of it.
Mm.
But do you do music videos at all, or do you literally just do a lot of the behind the scenes kind of stuff that we
No,
see a
no.
lot of?
The main thing is I've been shooting music videos, so that's been my main thing
That's
for
your
the
main
video.
thing.
Yeah,
Fine.
but like I do just as a career, I just do various things though.
Yeah, because I mean, you've got what, like 3 accounts or something like that. You got Frosted Scenic, you've got Sir Frost,
Yeah,
and then you got AU Vodka in it, which is the business.
that's one of the businesses that I'm working on. Yeah, so I've got various
Working
different
on,
businesses.
listen, working on. Do you know what was so mad, right? We're kind of good friends with a company called Elise Clothing,
Yeah,
right? And they did a giveaway a Black Friday,
yeah,
and part of the giveaway was AU Vodka. And I said to myself, I swear I know this vodka. They gave like a huge crate away. And then next thing I know, I just clicked on your profile. I was like, that's where I know it. Couple weeks back, remember, I sent you a message about being in Costco and seeing AU vodka everywhere.
yeah.
And I was just like, man, and you said you're working on that. Bro, you're in Costco. You're in Costco.
Listen, we've got a lot of big plans as far as EU vodka is concerned. Like we're now in the process of taking it to Africa as well. So
That's dope. That's
yeah, man.
dope. I mean, who you partnering with on that?
There's a
Or is
couple
it just
people involved. There's a couple people involved in the brand. I'm
yeah?
not gonna start naming names, but there's a couple people that are involved in the brand.
I'm gonna question one because Charlie Sloth seems to be all over it.
Yeah,
Is he one of the people that's involved?
definitely. Yeah.
Wicked, because I and Mace, I don't know if you saw that giveaway. Do you know what? Hey, you guys ended that giveaway early, man. I saw the 24th of March, yeah. And then next thing
Yeah,
I know, the winners announced today. I was like, raw.
yeah. There was some problems. Like a lot of fake accounts were being made.
Ah,
And a lot of people were just trying to like hack and just do all kinds
triple
of
their chances.
yeah spam
But
and do so, yeah.
yeah,
So
but I mean, when they're trying to give away a gold flipping Mercedes C class,
no,
10 bags, and all
no,
that vodka,
no,
people are stocking for June 21st, bro.
Jeez.
100%, man, 100%.
People are stuck in. But what got you started on AU Vodka as well? Because you've had some nice endorsers of the brand.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I recently got involved with the brand, like last year.
Mm,
So I obviously I work with Floyd Mayweather as well. So that's like when he was over in the UK. I know the owner of of um of AU, and obviously I know Charlie as well. I know the other people
mm,
that are involved as well. So I knew it'd be a good opportunity to align the brand with Floyd.
mm.
So I made that endorsement happen.
Hold up, question. Sorry to pause you there.
Mm,
I follow boxing a little bit. Now I'm gonna bring up but Floyd doesn't drink, as far as I'm aware.
no, it doesn't.
So then how did he endorse? Oh, I tell her he's Money Mayweather. That's a dumb question. Answer my question. Sorry.
He's the luxury king, in it. He's a
Yeah,
luxury king. So it just
yeah, it's
makes
true.
sense. Where it's a premium vodka and it's luxury, it's high end, it's classy. It was just more about just having that affiliation with the
Yeah,
brand
yeah,
as opposed to without him even drinking it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's so yeah. Basically, I managed to align the brand with Floyd and the team, and then since then, like I've just been just working very closely with the guys, and like I said, just so recently, I've now taken over the whole Africa campaign. Um,
Fuck, that's
yeah,
massive.
still just doing a lot of endorsements as far as like other flagship ambassadors are concerned, here in the UK and globally as well. So yeah, man, like the plan as far as with AU is to definitely blow up the brand as much as possible and just make it more of a global brand as opposed to just like a little UK based brand. So
I
that's
was
what
about to say,
we're
are we? Like, I'm part of it. Is AU fully UK based? Like it's founded in UK. Everything, like all the alcohol is mixed
yeah,
and made in the UK, or fermented in the UK, I should say.
yeah.
That's dope. So you guys are trying to be like the Goose, or even what's Diddy's brand?
So
Ciroc. So you guys be the UK Ciroc. What's a standout bottle? Because you guys have got the great flavor, which not just come out. I just see people pouring that. Have you got like a cherry or strawberry flavor or something like that?
fruit punch, blueberry, and black grape.
Nah, do you know what? Yeah, you need to send me a couple bottles, bro.
We've
Because their flavors there is just like whoa.
got a couple new ones coming.
How much are you looking to? Because surely there's only so much you can do, or am I just thinking too narrow minded? Because you could probably
There's never only so much, man. Think beyond the stars, bro.
you heard that first here. Think beyond the stars. I like that.
Trust
I
me.
like that. It's true. It's very very true. Um, what other businesses you got yourself involved in? So I got you down as like like an entrepreneur, like just multiple businesses.
Yeah, I've got a mask company that I started at the beginning of the pandemic. And to be honest with you, I'm only now really gonna start going full steam with it because I'm just using it to leverage like my actual clothing brand that I'm gonna bring
Mm.
out as well. So yeah, like I said, I've got a mask company which is gonna like transfer into now a clothing brand also. Um, and then like I do events. So I've got Black Bottle, London. I do a couple of my brothers, like London, Rich Ross. Um, got art company, 1111 Art. Um, that's basically an art brand where we put on different showcases and art workshops and get galleries as well.
Mm.
Um, but I suppose the main thing I'm working on at the moment is I've got a factory that I'm converting into a creative hub, and that's what I've really been focusing on like behind the scenes. Just trying to get like this creative hub fully up and running.
I think I see that actually.
Mm.
Or maybe it was somebody else. But you want to do it like a complete creative hub where people can come and like make their clothes and stuff like that, or
Mm.
what is it like? Just a think space where people have meetings, or is it what?
It's everything. Like we've got like at the moment we've got 2 music studios in there. We're gonna build 5 music studios, an editing suite,
Flipping
photography
now.
suite. Um,
Just
yeah,
build a DJ studio as well, bro. Like, because boy,
everything. Though we're gonna have literally everything.
you know what's mad? Like, you can't get a decent DJ studio around there, bro. Like, private studios. Listen, and no disrespect to them, but I don't think they built that with urban DJs in mind. So,
Really, I've never been there, you know.
from what I'm hearing, because I've never been as well. Like, I've got all my DJ equipment at home, but all the man them are telling me like it's a mazza.
It's not the
Like,
one.
it's not the one that you can't really do much. There doesn't leave much room for flexibility. It's more of like if you're a USB DJ, you come, you stick the USB in, and you go.
Yeah.
And it's what I mean. You need a bit of flexibility, and you need space as well, especially in this lockdown. They definitely hit the nail on the head with it because people have decided that they want to get into DJing for other reasons, and
Mm.
they've been making the bucks. Like they've
Making
been
hella beat.
yeah, they've been booked up and that. It's been doing bits. So it's definitely a popular thing because not a lot of people can afford £2,000+ for a mixer and another 2 grand for
Yeah.
each deck. So
Mm.
it's definitely, I'm not telling you like what to do or nothing, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely worth it because there's a market out there for it, man.
So what, you a DJ as well then?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like I'll be honest with you, we're gonna have a DJ in space, but
Mm.
we're gonna have it in like the conference area as opposed to
Oh,
having like a special unit for it.
mhm.
But yeah, no, like anything creative is going to be a hub for creative art in general. So music, film, dance, like podcast space, and like everything, like just like hot desking facilities, absolutely everything creative, man. That's
How big is this space?
it's massive, man.
It must be. Sounds like flipping 10 acres or some crap.
Yeah.
It's a two-story factory.
Blood.
Wow.
No. Hey, just
Wow.
dig underneath, yeah, and build a club, please. Thank you. I've got some events that I want to do. You get me?
Oh, don't worry, don't worry. That's in the cards.
Yeah,
So
bro.
when do you plan to open that?
We're aiming for the middle of June. Well, end of
Oh,
June, sorry, end of June.
oh, Russo is actually like almost complete.
I wouldn't say it's almost complete, but we're looking to go full scale, like with the build, the works in
Ah, got you.
the next couple of weeks. Issues like with our roofing and
Mm.
we had to have it repaired a couple of times now, which has been really annoying. And then yeah, so that's what's really been holding us back, just trying to get the roof sorted out full hammer the rest works. So as soon as that's finished, we should be in the next couple of weeks, and yeah, we're preparing to go full ham.
Bro, I don't listen. Half the stuff that you've just reeled off that you do, how do you even fit this into your bloody life?
So, man said he sleeps for 3 hours. Yeah.
That's not even 3 hours. That's 30 seconds, G.
Man said he sleeps for 3 hours. This is exactly what happens. Usually 3 hours. Like,
Flipping hell.
that's where the time comes from, bro.
You know what it is?
That-
I'm just a visionary, man. I like to create and plan things that I know that are going to be beneficial and fruitful for the next generation. Most importantly, man. That's what I'm about. I'm about like nurturing and cultivating like the next generation. Just trying to put my fruits into that basket. You know what I'm saying to you? So yeah, man. Like everything that I'm doing is kind of centered around just that. Just trying to just push and just trying to help. Yeah, pick that the creative most important that I've got around me, and just trying to push them through to be there the best versions of themselves as well, man. So yeah, that's what I'm on, man.
Do you think that's one thing? Obviously you're doing it because you think we lack it, but I mean, when you say for the next generation, personally, I worry about them a lot because I think a lot's been taken away from.
Mm,
I think a lot's been taken away from them because it's like a lot of them are so creative because of what they see on their phones and what on the internet and stuff like that, and then they go try to do something, and they're like, "Nah, it costs $5 to do it." Who's got $5 when you're on road like that?
mm.
Do you get me? I
It's
think
fun.
it's about like what you're doing is like trying to create a space. I'm not saying it's probably not going to be free, obviously. However, it probably allows like an access route, maybe.
Yeah.
Just trying to push it in there for the youth to try and do something.
It's really about just trying to give them access, give them opportunity they wouldn't necessarily have had in the first place. Do you know what I'm saying to
Mm,
you? So just trying to and create safe spaces as well
mm.
that people can actually come and leave with something that's like be beneficial for themselves. I'm saying to you, like having a one-stop shop whereby like you can get everything done and leave and really benefit because I think one of the main factors of the space is to offer mentoring as well. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's not just about just coming and just shoot a video or like get some photos and whatnot. Like we want to
Hmm.
really cultivate and nurture these young people and offer them like really like a mentor and support. I feel like a lot of young people, especially in this day and age, especially through this pandemic now, are suffering mentally as well. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying to you? So just trying to give them an outlet for them to actually speak on some of the struggles or frustrations they may be dealing with, and like I said, just mentor and help them. That's what is really what's gonna. Oh, that's what I believe is gonna really push our young people through.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So
100%. And nah, listen, when that thing's up, please give us a shout. We would love to come and obviously check it out.
yeah, definitely.
And see what go on there for real because I'm all for that, Ben. And that's another reason why again I personally created levels because I wanted to highlight new fashion and new music, like
Yeah,
from the grassroots, the ground level coming up. And so by you saying what you're doing there as well, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, cool. There's many more people who are trying to push the same narrative, like just to develop our grassroots.
yeah.
Because our grassroots here is horrible, man.
100%.
in every way, in every sector you can try and think of, it's horrible.
We spoke about this last week, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. With rants,
Yeah,
it's horrible. Football, what we're meant to be the greatest at football, nah, it's horrible. Basketball, fastest growing in inner city sport, horrible. Zero funding. I mean, I used to go to Luau Deng camp, and Luau was so kind enough to like, because I never had the money. Thankfully, we know Deng in it, Deng, Mason. Obviously, they're cousins, and I know Biggie Deng, who's his brother. So I was like, he just brought me in, and that was nice of him. But Luau was just setting the pace, and he had this facility out in Seven Oaks.
Yeah, but he was doing numbers for.
But then when he's in Chicago Bulls, yeah, of course.
He's doing numbers like for the UK and Africa as well. He was
And that's
doing,
what
he
I'm
was
talking
doing the
about.
whole ambassador work for both ends, man. So
And that's what I'm talking about. But that's what we need, much more of that in so many different ways.
you know what?
Obviously, sports is so much. Gone.
I feel like once they started making them dumbass decisions to cut youth centers and bro, like I'm not even sure if I'd be here if it weren't for the youth center coming up. Like seriously.
100%.
Like I'm not even sure I'd be here. The amount of times that all the madness was going on, obviously, like you know, it's like growing up in London, in the city, man. It's crazy, bro. So if man didn't have the youth centre to go to, sometimes we'd just be off doing a madness, bro. All sorts of problems could have occurred, bro. We've had people on the podcast already that's taken some turns, innit? So
Well, that's not even taking a turn, bro. I don't even know what Daniel was.
yeah, bro, it's mad, and I just feel like it's good that you lot are getting involved in that because a lot of these kids, like you said, cases they're flipping talented. They just don't have the outlet and they don't have the money or the support or the guidance, man. So it's good to be putting that work back in the community, man. Like, shout out to you lot, man, doing bits.
Where did you grow up, for us?
It's off.
Whereabouts? Bromley. Yeah, not too far. Not too far. Because I'm always interested to hear what people's upbringings are like. So what was it like in Catford, like when you were growing up, though? How old are you, if you mind me asking?
How old am I now? 38.
Yeah. 28?
38.
38. Oh, same generation, basically.
Yeah. Like, growing up in South, in Catford, it was mad. Like, because obviously the period that I grew up, there's obviously ghetto boys, Peckham boys, like there's a load of gangs. But like you said,
Yeah.
But at the same time, now we had like.
You grew up in that era where man was like, if there's a party in South, I'm not available.
I'm not there.
Yeah, man grew up in that era, so yeah, okay. It's like in July, yeah, I'm busy that day still. That's the era you grew up in, bro.
Exactly. It was mad. It was definitely mad. But like you said, at that time and that period in my life, there was still a lot of outlets. Yeah, there was a lot of youth centers. I used to go to church as well, so we had like church conventions religiously all the time. Yeah, so even that an excellent outlet. But then on top of that, there's so many more activities as well. And like I used to play basketball. I used to do rugby. I used to do was rubbish. But yeah, man, there was a lot of. I feel like at that time there's so many opportunities for young people as well as the foolishness. You know what I'm saying to you? But now it's just foolishness.
It's true though.
Yeah, it's like, but you can see where the kids are going though. They're now looking towards the artists and stuff for that guidance, for that. Like, and I said, you know what? I'm glad I've got a son in it because I can still. My son's 11.
Okay.
So I'm glad I can be that. Do you know what I mean? I was actually thinking about it today, like when he was a bit younger. So he used to see me on decks in it, and I've got turntables. So my man, like one morning I woke up, he's pulled up at like a chair, yeah, and he's climbed up and he started doing all of this. But obviously the record, like it's not. He didn't know how to turn the decks on, and I've got control vinyl. So this is my white, clear, like see-through control vinyl.
Scratching that.
Like he destroyed them, bruv. Like, and it's one of them ones where like the missus was like, listen, you can't even be vexed. He's just trying to do what you're doing, innit?
Yeah.
But I was fuming.
Fuming, bro. That's them days you want to draw for the belt, bro.
Oh, bro, I wanted to clap him, but I was like, you know what? I can't even be too mad because he's just trying to do what I'm doing. But
He's just trying to be daddy, man.
yeah, bro. But like, I think a lot of people don't have that outlet. A lot of kids don't have that outlet, especially like, I think we've got a problem. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about women at the moment. And I think that we've got a problem with women as well. Like, I think some of these people that they're looking up to, because, geez, I don't want my daughter. If I had a daughter, Cardi B can never be seen. She can never be seen, bro. Like,
Oh, bruv, unfortunately, you can't even help that.
I know, but it's just one of them
Megan Thee
ones. I'm like,
Stallion, Doja
all
Cat,
of
you
them,
can't
all
help
of them
it.
are banned in my house, as far as I'm concerned.
You can't help it.
Like,
They'll be
it's,
there. Bruv, my
Bruv.
stepdaughter's 9.
I'm gonna be so real with you, yeah. I got 2 daughters, yeah.
Hey!
And listen, stress.
How old are they, if you mind us asking?
11 and 12. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
I'm with you. No Cardi B, no Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I'm on all of that. But I'm telling you, stress.
you can't help it.
You can't help it, man.
You
Like,
can't help it.
it. Like, you know, it's what with me, yeah. But my kids don't live with me, yeah. And like, I can only do as much as I can do when they're with me. You know what I'm saying? But I know they listen to Cardi and Megan 110%.
Yeah.
TikTok alone, yeah.
That's it. That's
Bro,
the exposure.
But
TikTok is crazy, isn't it?
listen,
That app is nuts.
it's ridiculous, man. Like there's been plenty of times I'll be just chilling, I'll be hearing like a Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion, and I see them just like doing all these
Them dances. That's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
That's
man.
life. Listen, my stepdaughter's 9. She can't even talk to nobody without doing a TikTok. She's all like this. Kofi, all these dances. I'm just like, can you just stand normally and just talk?
Don't you think it's crazy though for like creatives and stuff, and especially for the artists? How back in the day we were listening to like the Channel U's. Obviously, you might must know the Channel U's and all them things.
Listen,
There,
he
we're
probably
trying to get a
shot
little
some videos for
MTV
Channel
bass and all that kind of stuff. You know all of this stuff, and then now it's predominantly YouTube or one of these other platforms where you don't even need none of them mainstream channels again. You don't need them again. Like you tell me, you could. I've seen kids are slapping up their video and putting it straight on. I can't remember what artist it was. That's how they came up. They just started posting videos on YouTube, and then the views got mad crazy. And then before you know, I think YouTube actually makes artists these days because
TikTok.
Yeah, and a lot of people, and I think it was Gets that said it the other day. People listen to music with their eyes.
Yeah, he ain't even playing.
They listen to music with their eyes, and it's obviously like, even sometimes like, as a DJ, like I find myself like before I download a song, because I know exactly what, when you get into these spaces, and that's kind of why I was happy that COVID happened, because boy, you get stuck in the loop. You start finding yourself in a position where you're trying to keep people happy, and ultimately that just leads to your destruction, bro. So
100%.
it was just like, it's mad. And sometimes I find myself like, before I even click the download for the song, I'll hit up YouTube and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is popping. It is what it is. I'm like, yo, I might have to just download this song, because even though I don't like it, I'm pretty sure the people that my audience are gonna like it. So it's like, what do? You know what I mean? Like, you just have to just
Can't beat them, join them.
Bro, it's mad, but that's why I'm happy COVID happened.
Give you a little break.
That might sound messed up, because I know a lot of people died and shit and lost loved ones and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of agree with what you said at the beginning, Frost. It gave so many. I think it was an opportunity to kind of reset and restructure a lot of things. And if you didn't find a moment within all of that to understand what you really want out of life, or what you really want to do with certain things, then you missed an opportunity, because you're never going to get this opportunity again. No one's going to get a whole year off work,
Ever.
Paid. You're never getting a whole year off work paid ever again.
Imagine that in history, yeah? They're getting taught this in history class. In what year did people work from home and still get paid full money? That's gonna be a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question, I bet you, or something like that.
Bruv, it's going to be a
Jesus.
case study at universities, bruv. It's
It will
like
be.
100%.
economically, the whole thing has to get studied, bruv. Like,
No, it does. It's an amazing thing that just happened. Not in a good way, obviously, but just in such a spectacular way. How the whole world came to a stop. But hey, it's what it is. Another question actually. Role models for young black men. Do you think we have enough?
No,
How do we start?
definitely not. We have to start cultivating them ourselves, man. You know, things like this, even just podcasts like this, and just creating opportunities, creating awareness. This is how like a spark is just is generated. You know what I'm saying to you?
Mm,
It's about just like I said, it's creating. Yeah, yeah. Why can't we create our own pockets? Like same thing. Like we're creating. If you cultivate, like, uh, you know what? Things like this, I could talk about for days.
we
You
know
know.
it's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We know.
it's a rabbit hole, man. Because literally it's a never-ending thing. But like, do you know what? It just boils back down to, like I said, just putting our best foot forward, yeah, and just taking like a leap of faith and actually just like doing the legwork, man. Like
Mm,
you gotta just be active. You gotta be like willing to just go against the grain, just do something different for the next generation. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. Like if you see an issue, yeah, or like if you can basically like highlight something that needs to be addressed, be the person to address it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you've got the amenities to do it as well, do it.
Do it.
Use your platform, and then you know what I'm saying to you. Like it's a snowball effect, but
Mm.
just do it for the right reasons as well, man. That's that because a lot of people are just trying to do things for clout, yeah, as opposed to doing things for the benefit of the young people to
Mm.
create, like you said,
Mm.
role models. So yeah, it's a whole that's a whole new that's a different rabbit hole, man. 100%.
It is. It is, and to be honest, that's why I think the people that we try and look for and get on, want to we want to see them or portray them for what they are. We think they're role models. People like yourself are role models. There's so many people who are into their videography, photography, cinematics. Actually, I'm just gonna call it. Who will probably look to somebody like you. Hopefully, they look at this and say, "Okay, cool. What's Frost about?" And they see half the stuff that you do. Like I personally hope I don't. Well, I personally hope people will reach out to you and be like, oh, "Okay, cool. How do we do this?" Or see this and go, "That place in Stratford. I want to come there." We need much more of those, but I
see,
think with our people there's not enough trust for some reason.
where I kind of disagree with that is, that's okay. So you take Frost as sort of like an entity for a second, and you think he's in a position where he can actually help people, or if he's not helping them, he could guide them, right? But the problem we've got is the way the youth are conditioned. They might totally miss Frost and not understand what he's about. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like we're producing more people, and it's the same with the music industry. And I've said this to you before. The noisy people, the noisy people are the ones that seem to. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And we're in a position where, or I feel like we're in a time where, if you're noisy or naked, people listen to you,
Yeah.
right? And if you're genuinely on job, most of these people are gonna miss what the fuck you're trying to
You know,
do.
you know what? I actually definitely agree with you. You know, I definitely agree with you because, like, yeah, it's true. There's a lot of people that are just like making up a load of noise, yeah,
Mm.
and they're getting the attention for all the wrong reasons, and at the same time, they're now cultivating a whole breed of young people. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
100% get what you're saying
Mm.
because there are definitely people out there that are doing their part for the community. They are trying to like better uh, the youth, and like you said, they are definitely being overlooked because again, when which a lot of these young people are looking at, some of them might be looking at these things ain't even cool. You know what I'm saying to you? So they might just follow the crowd and go with the noisy or the naked. So yeah, I definitely I do agree with what you're saying as well.
Mm.
Definitely, 100%, man.
I mean, it doesn't mean that you stop doing the bits that you're doing. You know what I mean? Because it's one of them ones where you help who you can, of course. But
Yeah,
the masses, to get through to the masses, I think we probably need a different strategy, because noisy and naked seem to be the cool
yeah,
things.
yeah,
And the quicker we get back from that, the quicker we could save a generation. But they're heading 100 miles an hour towards noisy and naked.
yeah.
Like, what? Well, you hear it in the music. Like, it can't be just me.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You hear it in the music. You see it in the music. You know what I mean? You see it on the apps. Like when you're in Instagram and TikTok, you can't scroll 3 or 4 lines without seeing something dodgy. When I say dodgy, I'm talking about some bum. You know what I mean? A little bit too much skin. You know them ones. And listen, I'm all for it, bruv. You know what I mean? I'm a heterosexual male. Don't get it twisted. Like, understand what I'm trying to say. I'm a heterosexual male. We all like a bit of that. But
Yeah,
I think I'm a grown man. I think for a boy that's like 15, 16, it means something different to them.
yeah,
You know? So it's, for me, that stuff can't distract me. But for a 15-year-old, hell yeah, it's going to distract him. 15-year-old me, don't give a toss about nothing but girls, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so we just got. I think we got to come up with a different strategy, especially like sort of like, you know, like key people in the community, and even like people that don't hold as much status in the community as well. Just we got to try and come together and find a strategy to save the generations. Or we're looking at another pandemic, bro. Like,
yeah.
Oh boy.
No, I'm with you on that one, definitely.
What can you say? But you just hoping that just hope. Um, in terms of artists that you worked with, in fact, let me change that. The music that you listen to from back in the day to now,
Yeah.
like, what is your opinion generally on the state of music? If you had to compare,
I'm a 90s baby.
mm,
So I grew up on Tupac, Biggie, Jodeci, TLC. That's where I'm coming from.
mm.
So now,
we all know where that's going with that laugh, boy.
but I hear a lot of noise.
Yeah.
bro.
But through the noise, there are definitely still some standout artists. But you know what it is? Like I come from an era whereby I know what real music is. You know what I'm saying
Mm.
to you? I know how to appreciate real music, and I think that allows me to be, even when it comes to like shooting videos now, like, it allows me to be a bit more savvy with the things I want to shoot, the things I choose to shoot, how I choose to shoot things as well. Because I'm looking at things from a different perspective.
Mm.
Like I'm still when I'm shooting videos, like I'm creating content, like I'm still very much fixed on the things I used to see back in the day. You know what I'm saying to you?
Mm.
So I look at things from a completely different perspective, but then I still try to implement some of the new, you know what I'm saying to you,
The
you kind of
newness.
feel the things, yeah. So yeah, man, like yeah, the music today. I'll be honest with you, I don't I don't listen to music half as much as I used to.
Mm.
Definitely not. I definitely don't listen to music as half as much as I used to back in the day, because yeah, there's not enough things that I can say I genuinely like. But I
You
am an
like.
eclectic. I do listen to everything though.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Like as far as like you said, like the state of music now, yeah, there's some good bits. There's some good bits.
That's reaching. That's the classman. There's about 30% of the music out there is decent.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I was having a discussion with somebody at my work the other day, and I said, to some extent, I say a lot of music is trash these days, but I am very proud of British music for how far it's come in its ranking in the world. It's
Very
garnered,
quickly.
it's garnered so much respect,
Very quickly.
and I really do applaud all of these man that are out here doing the bits. From when you got the ultimate culture vulture Drake biting, flipping our styles and stuff like that, and trying to like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put on Storm, I'm gonna put on gigs and these people. I'm joking. I say Drake's a culture vulture just because I don't know. He just comes in and bites, but hey, he does it well. Can't complain. But I think UK music has done massive bits, and I like the respect it's finally getting. It's got a long way to go, but it's getting a lot more respect now. I think
Yeah.
we still got some trash artists, but oh well. Any terrible artists you've worked with? Don't name
Definitely.
names. Actually, no, you can actually if you want. If you want to hot them up, you can. But
I
that just
definitely
shows you.
can't do that. I can't do that.
Well, it's not
But
gonna
I
throw that out
definitely
there.
work with sex.
Like what? Like are you shoot the video and be like, oh my god, what is this?
Um, well, no, well, not in that respect. Like I was maybe way back in the day. Like now,
Mm,
I work well one. Like,
mm. Oh, you paused again.
can you hear me?
He's muted again. Oh, there you go. I think that's a muting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
on.
Sorry.
You're saying back in the
I'm
day
thinking
that
about.
you're doing that, but
Yeah. So I say back in the day, I used to definitely work with. I can't even call it trash because
trash.
that's rude. But I was talking.
What? Fine. Where
All
are they
right, trash.
now? Where are they now?
Boy.
Trash.
Boy.
You know what? I can see Frost was trying his hardest not to.
Oh,
I mean, man's trying to
I just,
keep it,
I just, I just drew it out. I had
I'm
to draw
trying
it
to be
out.
diplomatic.
trying to keep it professional, but
Oh,
that
Keep
yeah.
it
que-
real,
that
man.
that loaded question there, like where are they now?
I'm bad
Shit.
like that. I'm sorry. I'm bad like that. I shouldn't do that. Sorry. Go on. You're saying
But no, but what I was saying, what I was getting at is I've worked with artists whose attitude, yeah, has been trash.
Mm.
Yeah.
mm,
So I worked with there's some very credible artists today, yeah, that are very much at the peak of their careers, but their attitudes are shocking.
In what
So,
sense? Like, as in just lack of professionalism, just
you know,
clear
full of
communication. What?
themselves,
Uh,
like attitude just stinks. Just yeah, man, it's not my kind of people. Like I wouldn't be working with them again. Like, yeah, those ones.
is it usually the squad that they roll with, isn't it? Probably gas them up and chat them so much frass.
Yeah,
Or is it just
definitely,
them?
definitely. Well, I'd say there's a couple different variations of these, but yeah, some of them is like they're squad, and then some of them is themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So yeah, man.
I think I always say the squad because I'm a firm believer. You are a sum of the people around you.
Yeah, yeah,
You
definitely.
really are, and sometimes it's just sad to see. Like you just wish the people around them were a bit more inspirational and try to level them
Yeah,
out a little bit. But
yeah,
you can hope for as much as all of that stuff. But hey, whether you get it or not, it's another story.
definitely.
Definitely another story. But Mace, you got any more questions?
Um, no, I think you kind of covered one of the questions I wanted to ask. I was obviously going to ask about sort of like the things that influence you when you're trying to get sort of like the vision for for
Mm,
for what you're doing with these the videos and stuff. But obviously you touched on it a little bit by saying because you're a '90s baby, there is that influence that goes into it.
yeah,
Do you have any other influences? Like, is
definitely.
there any other sort of like people that in your field that you look up to and think, you know, I like his ideas and maybe I can incorporate some of his and a bit of his, a bit of mine, that kind of thing.
Um, like I don't look at any other people. I don't do that. Anybody else and what they do. I'm definitely that person. If you're going in that direction, I'm going in the opposite direction. Like I purposely do that. But with that, like I said, I don't really watch other people's work. I've got there's other directors, yeah, that I will applaud their work, but I don't look to anybody for any form of inspiration at all. What I do is I draw inspiration from different forms of medium, like different types of art. You know what I'm saying to you? And I'm just talking. I might draw inspiration from a painting. You know what I'm saying to you? Or from a TV commercial. You know what I'm saying to you? Or just like being in a certain setting or surrounding. Like that's the kind of things that I draw inspiration from. Like especially when I'm shooting a music video as well. Like sometimes I work best on like in that setting, a scenario. Like I might put a whole treatment together and plan it to be this way, but then on the day I might see something in that moment that makes me go in a completely different direction as to what I first planned out. You know what I'm saying? Because it fits that narrative at that moment in time, or there's some beauty in that specific shot. You know what I'm saying to you? So yeah, like but creatively, I yeah, like yeah. I don't. I'd say I get inspiration from different forms of art and just yeah, like I'm just tapped. I'm just tapped.
I just said it straight.
Yeah,
Now, again, it's interesting you said that. We did a shoot a couple of weeks ago, and there was an artist I was talking to. His name's Cameron Bloomfield. Now, he said lockdown has been difficult for him because it's very yo-yo. Because he's as a music artist, he says similar to what you said. He draws inspiration from mainly being outside and interacting with people. So next thing he could just be walking around and this, that, the other, which he hasn't been able to do, and he sees something, boom, and next thing it's in a song. So it's very interesting that you say that like that. Is kind of, I guess it's kind of like people's creative process are kind of similar by drawing inspiration from the world, as to say, than rather than making up some fictional stuff which they might not have actually been a part of or seen.
Exactly.
And sometimes it obviously comes across in the music that you hear from people. So
Definitely.
can't be fake, I think, in music because it's a very transparent thing. Very
100%.
transparent. But yo, I need to tell you about AU vodka and all these flavors and stuff like that. How much is a standard bottle actually?
About £36.
Oh, it really is premium. What makes it premium? What makes your thing premium? Like I don't understand this about alcohol. Like why is one thing like Red Stripe flipping £1? Not Red Stripe. What's it called?
Hey,
White
don't
Lightning.
shit on
That's
Red,
it. White
don't shit
Lightning.
Red Stripe, bro. Red Stripe
Nah.
is fire, bro.
What? No. What's it? Is that White Lightning? That one in that big off bottle that you see?
That's what
See
them.
that?
Listen, that's what them benchman drink, bro.
Listen,
Like you know them park bench brothers. Like
listen.
ain't
I'll still stick by it. Remember K? Remember that side of K?
no one that is not no
Huh?
one that's not on crack drinking White Lightning, bro.
Yeah, bro. K was liquid ketamine. I don't care. I don't know what they put in that drink.
Yeah,
It was mad.
couple of
Huh?
K's.
A couple of K's. Your night is done. Done.
Capital K side is your noise.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was Magnum before Magnum's what it is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, that's what we were on before we could afford a bottle of Rare Nephew, fam.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean?
But anyway, I asked the question: what makes like what ingredients and stuff like that go into a drink to make it like a premium brand? Like I've never understood that.
It's not even so much about it is about the ingredients, but it's more about like how it's presented and how it's finished, and then how it's marketed and who it's aligned with.
Right.
These are things that's gonna make it stand out, make it be premium, and make it be a little bit more cut above the rest. And obviously, like just the bottle itself, like I thought the bottle's a beautiful bottle. You know what I'm saying? There's no other bottles that really look like that or stand out the way that it does. I don't think anyway.
Fam, you're walking into a Costco and you just see a whole heap of gold with red tops. You're seeing that.
Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? It stands out. So it's that's the reason why it's a premium brand. I'm trying to make it stand out as and being a premium luxury brand. And that's exactly what I want to do with Africa as well, man. I want to just really make it be that premium luxury standout brand that really transcends all the way through Africa now. So yeah, man.
Listen, you know what you have to do just to access that market? Just try to reach Burner Boy, and you're done. You're gone.
You know what? He's already in a deal with another alcohol company.
Oh, that's a shame.
Right.
Listen, Burner Boy, energy, and that's all you need, isn't it? And everybody's on it.
Telling you,
Everybody's on it.
Burners come at that time where like the music from the continent is just. I'm not saying it's not always been fire, but
It's peaking.
it's peaking, but it's not showing it. Also, it's kind of like UK music as well. For a bit, I thought, UK music, but then you just got to sift through the nonsense, and then you realize there's still some gems of artists in the UK, and it's the same with like the Afro beats thing. For a minute you thought, yeah, it'll peak, and then it's like actually no, like there's so many more artists that you can actually dig up. Listen, man, it's the music's fire, bro. Like and that's one of the reasons why I'm annoyed that lockdown happened, because I'm thinking, boy, there's a ton of gems that I'm ready to just drop, bro, and
Bruv,
just
save him.
kick off the dance, bro. But yeah, it's man. I'm gonna have to save them for radio, but it's not the same effect. You know them ones. Like, it's not the same.
You're gonna have to come and do one of my events, man.
Yeah, man.
Come and do one of my house parties on my house event.
Bruv, 100%, man. I'll be in the corner.
Pan up.
Just drop one of them premium bottles by the decks with a glass.
Come on,
You know what I mean?
yeah, cracking. I'm on
Get it cracking, bro.
Have you got anything lined up actually post June 21st?
Oh, 100%.
Ah, of course, of
100%.
course. What's the date?
25th.
25th.
Well,
That's Friday.
To be honest with you, from the 25th, the whole week.
You're partying every week, every day.
I'm gonna have. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna have a mansion for the whole week.
Jeez.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you know what? That needs to get when you're dropping the promo for that. Please, again, I'm posting it on the levels thing.
No one's gonna know until the night before.
Swear down. Do you know what? I like that. Do you know, I wanted to do that. We're not big enough yet, anyway. I want to do that. Like one of them ones, like everybody knows something's gonna happen. You don't know the location, nothing like that.
Yeah.
You just know at like 10 o'clock you're gonna get a text message. Boom, come here. That's just so wicked. Do you know what? I miss that kind of sense of anticipation and life or excitement. Like all of that seems zapped.
You know what? That's what I said to you. Like, I don't know what people are going to be like when they're next to each other.
Yeah.
Fam, do you know what I mean? I looked at this picture the other day, and it was like from 2018, and it was like this photographer snapped me while I was DJing, and I'm up high, and all you can see is just a sea of heads, yeah? And I looked at it, and I really stopped and stared at it for about 30, 40 seconds. Because in my head, I'm thinking, are we going to get back to that? Are we going to get to a stage where, like, man are going to be like this? You're going to be squeezing past the brother. Like, are we going to get past that? Like, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking,
good old days, you know.
Yeah,
exactly. Bro.
Imagine life might not actually ever be the same.
I reckon, listen, and obviously we touched on mental health earlier, but I think there's definitely some mental health things when you think about the anxiety levels that people have got when it comes to just being in the same room as other people.
Yeah.
I think you've almost been conditioned, because if you're one of them people that, you know, that listens to the news and listens to all the propaganda and all that kind of shit, you've been trained. You don't even want to touch the same doorknob as people now.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Like this.
A lot of my friends, especially my female friends, and my female friends have got children as well. Yeah. Like some of them are so scared to do anything, because they don't want to put their children at risk. Yeah, or like they don't want to put like a family, like a elder at risk, and like. It's upsetting, man, to see how the media and this whole pandemic has got people by the balls. You know what I'm saying to you? It's like it's really dictating and controlling people.
Yeah, but I don't think people realize the power that we gave the government while this was all happening. Like, they effectively can tell us to stay in our houses. You think they're going to give up that power now?
You know what I'm saying to you? It's ridiculous. I'm surprised, that there wasn't like some serious riots.
No.
I'm surprised.
You know what? I don't think people realize that these laws were in place until I don't know. Do you remember like a couple nights ago, the women had that protest for that woman that died,
Yeah, Sarah Everard.
Yeah.
right? And people didn't realize the police had the powers that they had until that day. And then now all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Where were you lot sleeping? They passed this about a year ago."
The thing is, I hate to throw race into it. Yeah, this reminds me of the Central Park 5. Yeah,
Oof.
when it please, I'm
Listen,
gonna get
that's
clipped.
one story that I felt that. I
Yeah,
felt that when I was watching that back, I was like, "Bruh, like that man
it's a
really
myth.
suffered," you know?
It's a myth. It's a myth. But again, as I was saying, when it comes to sometimes white people who have been severely wronged, as opposed to black people who have been severely wronged as well, because you could reel off a whole bunch of people who's probably happened to, right? But in this case, and then the policeman who just came and drapes that woman when she was on her knees and that, then it's a problem. But for me, for us guys here, we're just like, well, that's wrong. We understand it's wrong, but it's been happening. This is not actually new.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, like you gotta be quite careful with that stuff nowadays because there's a ton of people out there that just they manipulate your words and like
Oh yeah,
the things you say, like you do you know what I mean? You're just trying to get a point across, or you're trying to have a point that is effectively the opposite to what they're saying. And because it's the opposite to what they're saying, it can't be, you know, like we're all having a conversation. We could all have different views, but it's still a conversation, right? It's fine. It doesn't mean it's an enemy, you know what I mean? But we're moving towards that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go back to what happened to Wiley, man, that was his opinion. He was saying how he felt. That's
about the Jewish thing.
Yeah, that's how he felt. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with what he's saying, but he was expressing himself, right? When you start chopping a man for expressing himself, how deep does that go?
But it's never ending. We know it's never ending.
You know what I mean? So it's like nowadays you just got to be quite careful with some of the stuff you say, because it's like the minute you say, you know what, yeah, well, that happens all the time, which it does. Jesus Christ, they'll be on you like some crows, bro, like all over you. But it's the truth. That's the genuine opinion. It happens all the time. But just because of the profile of the person and the group she's associated with, you're gonna get slapped up for saying certain things. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's mad. it's so crazy. Shit starts getting political and we get away from facts. Wow.
Oh, everything just gets muddy. But anyways, another rabbit hole. We always seep into these rabbit holes, man.
Oh, mate,
We're trying to curb them.
The race rabbit hole is too much. You never want to get down them, bro.
Yeah, trust me. It's something you can't run away from as well, man.
No, it's conversations which need to be had, but again, just not now.
It's never gonna be had, bro.
No. We can start between ourselves, but we just need to start at like 1 p.m., not 9 p.m., bro.
Listen to me, bro. That conversation, especially with everything that's gone on this last year or so, it's not going to be had. We can't have it.
What, even between us?
Yeah, of course we could have it between us.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's a rabbit hole. We'll be talking for 5 hours, bro.
Hence why I said 1 p.m., not 9 p.m.
Yeah,
I don't want to done this talk at 3 a.m. in the morning, G. No, I'm sorry. It's all love, but 3 a.m., it's not the one.
Yeah, it's Mazda still.
Anyway, Frost, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
No,
thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate you both for having me on, man.
No,
thank
100%.
you, bro. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for blessing us with the knowledge, man.
No, no problem, my bros. Definitely.
No, it's definitely nice to get a little bit of an insight into the music industry. We'll definitely try to get some more people. Hey, listen, Mr. Frost, if you can pattern anybody to try and come and have a word with us, that'd be fantastic. Anybody that you know within the music industry.
Drop me a DM and let me know if there's any specific people that you want. And I'll try
Anybody, honestly, because realistically, everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own point of view. So it's literally anybody. Hence why we've got you. Like, if you look at the people that we've had on this show, it's been varying points of views. We've had from a lawyer to the 1 week a lawyer, then the following week somebody who's been in and out of jail the best part of 30 times, smoking crack and all of this stuff.
See, that one we got to redo. That one was fire.
We've had Rance who does football. We've had Deng who does basketball. We've had my pal Saad. We've got sneakerheads. Like we do a breadth of things. Like we just want to know and spread some knowledge about people. With music as well, because we're so fashion and music focused. Obviously, we want to get some more insights on what the music industry is about, what people's experiences are, and stuff like that. So I definitely will, but honestly, anybody. So thanks in advance. And we need to do an AU vodka giveaway, and we need to get like truckloads of the stuff. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, but people on the real. Follow Frost on the IG at Frost Scenic, as you can see. I've just spelled that so. I Scenic. Sorry.
Ice Ink.
I Scenic. Why I see? Oh, Ice Ink. Oh yeah. What an idiot! I look like such a doo-doo head. I look like such a doo-doo head. And then obviously the Voddy AU vodka. Like, and that's gonna be in lots of people's faces soon enough, because
and then AU Africa, AU vodka Africa as well.
AU vodka Africa. What are you gonna? Is it this same product that's gonna be like shipped out, or are you gonna be like using African source stuff?
No, we're gonna be doing the same. It's exactly the same drink. We're gonna create some new flavors as well. Introduce it to Africa. Run a whole new brand campaign out there. Watch, you're gonna see some dope stuff over the next couple of months, man. Trust me.
Sick.
Eyes are peeled. 100%.
Sick.
We need to rent a space and do a live, so we just get like AU vodka sponsoring it or something.
Really, man. Just shout me. Send me an address and I'll send you some bottles, anyway.
Bro, don't ask me twice. Don't ask me twice.
I'm gonna be all up on this podcast. Don't tempt me, bro. Shit.
This will be the UK drink champs.
You know what I mean? Listen, the cup will be full. You know, I'll be all over that, bro. You know I mean,
love for real. Guys, again, check out Frosted Ice Ink.
Frosted
Ink.
Imagine that man there, you know.
These guys are too visionary for me. They just slipped it in them ways, like Frosted Ice. Frosted Ice Ink. Follow him up on IG, and again, AU Vodka. Watch out for all of the stuff coming out. We're gonna be plugging it, and on our IG, whatever's coming from their side. If you do not follow them, obviously you'll be seeing it all over our stories and any feeds that we do. So, yeah, man, Frost is big love and big respect. I appreciate it, man.
Sick, bro.
Again, we'll get you back on the show as well. Hopefully later on in the year as well, when we can actually do like proper face to face and stuff.
If he's not too booked up, you know what I mean.
Oh, it's true that, you know, this guy will probably be beaming in from somewhere.
Probably out of the country or something. We'll be doing a Skype call, wasn't it?
100%.
I'm trying to get on a plane tomorrow, man. Not enough.
Shit. Well, so are you pro jab then? Yeah, because obviously you know they're going to be talking about the jab.
Pro what?
Jab.
The COVID jab.
COVID vaccine.
Pro who?
That's a no. Ooh.
No way.
He needs to watch back that show.
Oh no.
Bro, watch back the show.
Nah,
I was converted. Why? But then you can't travel then.
Me? Me? Man. Hey, that man. Watch this space.
Why? You know what? In fact, I'm due for my jab tomorrow. Yeah, and it's one of them. Bro, I was converted.
Are you serious?
I am. He's got his.
Me? I had mine.
I've
not had mine yet. No, my mum's had it.
But you're pro jab.
I'm pro jab though.
Oh,
not AstraZeneca though, but like the other one.
No, I'm getting AstraZeneca tomorrow, G.
Nah, you need to pay attention to AstraZeneca. They've banned it in a couple of countries now. So
yeah, but I don't know. It's
saying people are getting blood clots and all that from the AstraZeneca. So I'll be careful with that one. But the other one.
Do you not even find like some people weird about this conversation that you even having? AstraZeneca and something being weird and you're all right. You didn't know that tempt these things in your body. I don't understand.
Understand it from my point of view. Yeah, I have been grounded for a year. I'm a man that ducks out at least 3 to 4 times a year. I can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
If I don't get it, they won't let me leave, bro.
Family, you're aware you're talking to a guy who flies every day.
Facts. Yeah, you do bits as well. Come on. So I'm like, but for me, that was my point of view as to why, and a couple of other things. So we had a guy on that was a
Virologist.
virologist, and he broke it down properly, and I was like, okay, cool, I hear you.
Me too. That's all I asked for, the truth and honesty.
And that was it for me. I was like, he explained it in a way that it was never explained before. So I heard him, and I was like, you know what? My mum's had it. She's good. We had no problems, apart from her blood sugar ran a bit low and it got a bit sticky. But you know what I mean? Like,
bottom line, I ain't on it. You know, listen, unless no. See, even then, I'm not on it.
Why? Why is my question?
For what?
I don't know.
What? For what? I'm good. I've had COVID twice. I'm good.
Twice?
Okay.
I've had it twice. I'm good.
Right.
It's like, you got to understand, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, this is something that's just man-made anyway, yeah. And like I said, okay, cool. People have been dropping. Have they been dropping from COVID or not? I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. Yeah. All I know is that people have been dying. But people die every day. Yeah. Now, I might even sound very ignorant right now. Yeah. But like I've said, yeah, me personally, I've had this thing. I've had COVID twice, and I'm good. So why the hell do I need to get a vaccine?
Fair.
For what?
Fair point.
Who am I saving?
It's
You know what I'm saying to you?
The people in your bubble, Frost. Yeah.
No, but everybody in my bubble are good.
You know what?
Everybody in my bubble is good.
Man's just, he's not on it. He's not on it.
I'm not on it. I'm not on it.
No.
I'm actually, the thing is, yeah, I'm very passionate about this because I'm mad, yeah, because I had this argument with my parents and my grandparents about a month ago, yeah. And then I found out that my grandfather, he's now had the jab, and so my dad's had the jab. And now apparently my mom's gonna go and have the jab. That's cool. That's all good. You lot can go out and do your thing, man. But you see me, I'm not on it. Yeah. Now I understand why they would, because of their age, and underlying health issues, all of that jazz. But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this is just something. It's a narrative that the media, as far as I'm concerned, is just trying to push and promote on people. Okay, boom. If you underlying health issues, then you're more. Okay, cool. Like I said, people die. People die every day. Yeah. But I'm not on it. That's the bottom line.
That's fair, to be honest. And
so what if they said, look, boom, Frost, we're going to somewhere and we need you to come shoot this video. We need to do your thing. But we need you to get the jab because everybody needs to be COVID clear or whatever.
you need that certificate.
I say no problem. I've got a certificate.
Okay.
But what if you get to the airport? They say you need to show that certificate to travel.
I have the certificate.
This guy.
You know what? Hey, I am flying with you from now on. I'll fly with you, G.
Listen,
I'm cancelling that injection tomorrow. I'm flying with you.
I have the certificate.
Bro, this guy kills me, bro. Like, it's just not happening. You know what? Cool, my bro.
Good, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's man. I don't care.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and I found the way, and I'm good.
Man said I found a way. You know.
So you got to bless the masses then. So if you're ducking it, how are you ducking it?
Bro, listen, you got to understand, yeah. This thing is still going on, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm really aware, yeah, they're not really going to really implement this vaccine passport and this kind of crap. Maybe for a minimum another year, I reckon. Yeah, and that's well, yeah, let's say it's definitely gonna pass. They're gonna pass this thing, 100%. Yeah, but even when that happens, don't worry, I've got the passport.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. If I need to leave, we're coming with you in it. Like,
hey, listen.
Like,
No
you know what I
problem.
mean? Like, if we need to get
I,
out, we're coming
I,
out.
He just
I,
patterned the thing
I
quickly.
lined up all the man then. $250.
Bro,
Anybody anybody that you know that needs it, $250.
just lining it up, you know.
This
But
man's next business. Hey, man's telling us his next business before our eyes.
yeah, he's basically just shelling. He's shelling it just straight. Like, this is what I'm doing for the man. Then
Not even hide it. COVID certificate. That's it.
COVID certificates, you know.
You say
That's
straight, man.
mazza. Wait, you know what? Like I said, we got another year,
At
at
least,
least before we could properly step away from this thing.
at least, man.
Boy, who knows?
Indeed. Who knows what's
Who
gonna
knows
happen?
what's gonna happen? So we'll see how it goes.
All I know is I'm getting ready to boogie from June 21st. That's all I know right now.
Bro.
That's
But
it.
you keep the 25th free, my brothers. Yeah, the 25th. You're with me.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Boy,
There.
you know,
Popping
when you
bottles.
see you go on in IG and you see them
Them gold
party things.
bottles. You'll be having gold bottles in your hand.
Everybody's doing them little party memes. That's
You're gonna see. Come on, it's gonna be our vibes.
bro,
100%.
I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely there. You know what? Because for a minute now, I remember shouting my brethren like about a month ago. I said, "Listen, I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. Like, I need this guy to just announce something because I'm dying in here. Just let me out, fam. Like, I'm fucking dying. I just want to get outside and, like, do you know what I mean? Just get back in, like, just where, you know what I mean? My brethren, he's weird. He'll go to the smoking area, come back with friends. You know them, man. Like,
That's for the
like,
social butterflies.
he's one of them, man. Like, he's a super butterfly. Like, who's this? Yeah, big man. We didn't come with this, you, bro. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm just ready to just, yeah, man, just to
Boogie.
vibe out.
It's boogie, man. It's boogie.
Trust,
20
man.
boogie,
Sick.
yeah.
Dope, man. Listen, Frost, man, it's been the most. Thank you very much for coming through, man.
Come on, man. Love my brothers.
Peace.
Sick.
Time, man.
Sick.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right.
Love. We'll see
All
you
right,
guys
man.
next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Peace and love, everybody.
Say nothing.
Love, peace, and man.